The Hokies will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25.
Ready, set.
This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Handoff to the lone back. And he's not going anywhere to start the night as the home team greets their visitors rather rudely. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Here's the handoff. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Fires into traffic, picked off. He'll try to take it back. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
From the gun, running back on the move. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes his connection. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Fires to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Here we go. Longer. Hornet.
Looking to throw on second down. Unleashes one. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Okay, break.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. He makes a catch. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Ready,
And the
set.
Mustangs getting set on 1st and 10.
Yankee blue. Yankee blue. Green 20.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Mustangs!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone.
Ready.
Here comes the offense on first down.
Set. Hut.
Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Down.
Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. Fundamental football with the Hokies. We talk about special teams, but the running game has always been part of their DNA.
And when you continue to find guys at the running back spot like David Wilson and those guys that you can feature, you can give them the ball, establish that physicality, establish that playmaking, it gets everything rolling for this offense.
He's looking to throw it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And the Hokies come to the line in the hurry-up.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. He rifles one deep to the left. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. Taking it the other way. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Come on, set.
They'll give it to him again. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Cobra.
He wants to throw here on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Philly. To Acorn. Griffin. Gorilla. Timber. Gaucho.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Love what they did there, putting the big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot, so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there, let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success, finding that matchup and exploiting it.
Handoff from the gun. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. One final play before the end of the quarter.
Here we go. Rita.
On second down, he'll let it fly. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
Razor. Let's go.
They'll try to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, SMU. He'll try to tack on one more. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive, baby.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. The Hokies get enough for the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Ready.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35.
Cricket.
Give to the running back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. set the tone, stay balanced.
Ready.
Got
fight.
3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Ready. Ready.
Finds his tight end. At midfield, he's got room. Bust through behind his pads. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy because of his frame. You're not really going to match up, but this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Ready, ready.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Hound 55 weak. Ready, go.
Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. Lining up for the PAT. Splits those uprights right in half. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Fair catch, called for and made. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the right. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. After the misfire, now on second down.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down.
42 Spider.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. The Mustangs send out the punt unit. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong, only called on twice in the victory last week. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line.
On the
And
go.
Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You could see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Hokey, 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 high, tech, VPI got it rolling on the ground.
And Virginia Tech fans love that chant, and they love the physical ground game, the ability to run the football. That's kind of who they are. That's how they're built, just a tough group of individuals.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback will audible.
Green 25. Black 24. Black 24.
Now he's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to him. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming.
Ready.
This is a 3rd and long.
Jackrabbit.
Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Going downfield for the big play. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game, Dave.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we...
And it's picked off. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking to move it through the air. He's going for the big play. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Working that left side now. Oh, the ball's on the ground. And the defense snatches it, and they reverse the field.
Now, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure after he makes the catch. That's a costly giveaway.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He turns that loose down the right side.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Offenses know and work on it all week. 3rd downs, we got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite them.
4th down and 10 and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it.
Here we go.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they were ready for the pass, and you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
On the double.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. The last time they had it, they weren't secure with the football and put it on the ground, David.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that will cause for you to be a...
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
What a beautiful sight. And not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can just have unbelievable hands to the mix because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force interceptions. Let's go.
Quarterback empties his backfield. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's going to run it. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the 1st down. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He rifles one deep down the right side.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll throw again after the incompletion. That one comes out hot down the right side.
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. They put on the heat and they blocked it. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Mustangs will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Touch pass on the jet sweep. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Beal. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. And on 3rd down, they find a way to get the ball to the back end space and move the chain.
And that's a play the defender would like to have back. They like to think that they can cover running backs on these types of angle routes, but they're just not good enough on the coverage, and that allowed the offense to convert that 3rd down.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41.
Jackrabbit.
Now the play fake. Fires to the right. Finds a man by himself. He's loose. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Hokies are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback checking the play. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
Okay.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Come on, set. Razor, razor.
The give to the tailback. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
Ready.
Really
set.
need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal.
Here we go.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Hokies! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll call for the fair catch here.
Ready.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43.
Let's go.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Timber. Ready, ready.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play, giving up the sack.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
Cricket.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. They'll run the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that 1st down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down.
Acorn. Griffin. Gorilla. Timber.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
That QB might want to register as a 501c3. With the amount of donations he is making to the other team right now, interception number 4 now, putting his team in a bad position time and time again. We might want to start thinking about a change here.
On the ground, it's Beal. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
On the set.
The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
On the
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work.
Pound 55. Gaucho.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing.
Squirrel.
Finds the tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done, though.
Okay.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Just going to keep it after the snap. Strong running there. Going to pick up 7 yards on the play, but they still have a 4th and 3.
Ready, set.
No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. The RPO, it's complete. Turns it on at midfield. The expressway is wide open. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Hokies will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. He's gonna pass. Dumps it to the back. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Now this offense is back on the field. Running back searching for a hole. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Got it.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down.
Green 25. Yankee blue. Yankee blue.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call.
Ready up.
And the Hokies with the 1st and 10.
Easy.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Takes a handoff. It's Beal. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
They're going to ride this running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
On the set.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
Cobra. Can.
The give to the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On the
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here.
Flare.
Quarterback checking off. Wide out in motion.
Arrow. Okay.
This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. They'll run play action. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
The Hokies will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Fires to the tight end. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, that's crippling because offensively you had to do something with the football, make a play. You fumble the ball, put it on the turf. Defense recovers. With this deficit, ball game over.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Gonna run it. It's Beal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Ready.
Second down coming up.
Set. Hut.
Right back to him on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Okay, ready.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on third down.
Cricket.
They'll put the tight end in motion.
Squirrel. Ready, go.
Past the first down marker and still running. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Ohio State is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners like Eddie George and Archie Griffin in the pantheon of greats in Columbus. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Tennessee. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all...
He uncorks one deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On the ready.
Now facing a third and long.
Set. Hut.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They
got got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to.